Hi guys, and welcome to yet another very exciting Adobe Audition tutorial. And as you can see, this is the interface of Premiere Pro, and I opened Premiere Pro. Although this is the Adobe Audition tutorial series, you might be wondering why. Because in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to send an entire sequence from Adobe Premiere Pro into Adobe Audition for audio editing. To do that, first you have to be selected your timeline or your sequence in the project pane, and then go into edit and come to this option which says edit in Adobe Audition. Then you can send either a clip or a sequence. Since we want to send the entire sequence, I'm going to send the sequence. But before I go, I want to emphasize on the point that it has to be, your sequence has to be selected from either from the project pane, or the timeline has to be selected, or the timeline window, because the sequence is here. If you selected, for example, a panel like effects, and then you go to edit, as you can see, edit in Adobe Audition, the option is grayed out. It's not working, you cannot send it. You have to have selected your sequence, so then you can send it. And I also selected my clip in here. If I don't select it, click somewhere else and now go to the edit option, and as you can see now, the clip option of sending it into Adobe Audition alone is grayed out. Now I cannot set the clip alone. But if I select it and then go to edit in Adobe Audition, I have the option of sending this clip that I have selected, and also I can send the entire sequence. Okay, I want to send the entire sequence and all the extracts, video and stuff. A video of course cannot be edited there, but it will go there. When you click on it, okay, we have this alert. It's just alert if there is sometime Adobe Creative Cloud release update for one of their software and the other does not update it. So if there is a difference, that pop-up alert was telling me that one of the version of my software is not up to date to the other one. It doesn't matter, it works with any version, even if it's updated or not. Okay, depending on your edition, I have the latest 2017 Creative Cloud. Your might be more advanced or earlier, or it might be older, depending on when you are watching this tutorial. This window will appear, but the options will be 100% like this, with some cosmetic change maybe. Okay, or the arrangement. You can specify the name. Okay, now why are you giving it a name? I'm gonna call this my sequence, because it's gonna create a temporary file in a place here. You can specify its path where it should create a file. Why it's creating a temporary file? Well, it's creating a file because Adobe Premiere Pro is a non-destructive workflow, but the workflow of Adobe Audition is a destructive one. So in order to preserve the integrity and their originality, so that they are not altered, a copy is created, and that copy is sent into Adobe Audition. It's a very smart and good thing that it happens like this. So don't worry about this that much. Just type in a name and it's gonna do everything automatically. Now come to these options. The first is the selection. Do you want to send the entire sequence, or do you want to send a work area? Okay, now what does this mean? What is a work area? Depending on your version, there might be a work area bar like this top of your timeline or top of your project, or it might not be. If you select, okay, for example, work area bar to this area, and then we send this option, it will only send this area of the sequence, not this area. But if you send the entire sequence, then it's gonna send the entire sequence. The work area can be also, in some versions of Adobe Audition, specified by the in and out points that you made a selection in by I and O key on the keyboard. Okay, this work area bar sometimes is not on the default on, so you can come here into these three horizontal lines and click on this option. If it is turned off, you can turn it on for selection of work area, but of course you do not need to enable it. The in and out point option also does the same thing. So once that's selected or work area has been specified, then you can go here. Actually, I disabled it. Okay, now I'm going to select the work area. Now I'm going to edit in Adobe Audition sequence, and now come down to selection. I don't want to send only the work area, this area. I want to send the entire sequence, so I'm gonna choose the entire sequence. Okay, but that option is there if you just want a portion of this audio for editing. Okay, now the other option is how do you want to send your video. You can send it to dynamic link, which is the latest way of doing it, or you can export and it would be made into one file, PV, preview video and stuff like that, or not. Okay, the third option is always okay, choose dynamic link if you are not explained that correctly. Okay, audio handles. What are audio handles? Since our file is going there, the copy of our file, not the original audio files, for effects like crossfade. And what crossfade is, that are the fades in and fades out in a file that you are editing. If you do not know about that, there is an entire tutorial about them. Go and watch that. There are, for example, a little margin left in the beginning and the end, and that margin is about 1 second, so that you can apply those crossfades to it. And if you have clips like these, many of them, there is also a margin given in there, and that margin for in which you can put those crossfades in Adobe Audition, those margins are called audio handles. Okay, you can increase its length, but you want it to be 2 seconds or something, whatever. You just click it or write it or whatever. Okay, it says transfer information to Adobe Audition. How do you want to transfer this Adobe Audition effect information into Audition? Do you want the effects that are applied to this clip, which you can see from this effects small icon, and there are several effects applied to it. Do you want them to be sent there, or do you want just the original audio file to be sent there? If you don't want the effects to be sent, or choose the option of remove the clip, all the effects. If you want to render or send the effects, then choose the option of render all, and it's gonna send the effects also into Adobe Audition. Then you come down to this second option, which is audio track effect. Okay, this is for the clip, this is for the track. If we are sending just a track, then it would have given us the same option of removing or preserving the effects, whether they go into Adobe Audition or not. Okay, that's the same thing, depending on what you want to send there. Okay, pen and volume information. As you can see here, my audio file is at 0 dB and the music file, or in track 2, is on negative 34 dB. It is the background music which I like to keep very low. Okay, do I want to send this information into Adobe Audition, or I just want these tracks 1 and 2 to be played on their normal audio or amplitude level? I want to send the information, so I do not ever change or need to adjust the amplitude level in Adobe Audition. You can specify whether you want to send this information or not. The pen is of course the left and right specification, whether you want to focus on the right speaker or the left speaker. If you have done any editing of that sort in here, which I have not, do you want to send that information into Adobe Audition, or do you want to do the penning editing in Adobe Audition from the start? Well, you can also specify that from here. And of course, the last option is open in Adobe Audition. It means when you click OK, Adobe Audition will be opened if it is check mark. If it's not, then Adobe Audition will not be open. A file will be only created on your hard disk, and then you can later on open or start up Adobe Audition and then open that file. But I want to automatically open my Adobe Audition once I click OK. So let's choose OK. No, actually let's change this back to 1 second. Yes, and now it's opening Adobe Audition and preparing our audio for it. Depending on your machine, this might take some time, or it might not some time, because like my computer, your computer might be powerful. Okay, so it has sent our tracks or all of our files in here. This is the video file, which of course Adobe Audition does not deal with, but the preview can be seen in here. This is the audio file, this is the music audio track 2, Now you can do all the editing that is possible in Adobe Audition, and of course once you are done you can save this and it would be automatically updated in here. You do not need to save it and then send it back to Premiere Pro. So that's it guys for this tutorial in which you learned how to send an entire sequence from Premiere Pro into Adobe Audition for editing, and how to send it and with which specification you want to send it. That's all up to you. So with that said, I take my leave from you guys and hope that you enjoy this tutorial and hope to see you in the next tutorial. Goodbye for now.